y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Cocktail Hour. I am Meg.
And I'm Nikki. And if you're a wedding vendor heading to a wedding this weekend, which again, I hope you're truly not because it's freezing.
Yeah.
This episode is dedicated to you.
So eventually we will be covering associate work when you don't actually have to be there. So I obviously know what I'm talking about. I don't think you know what I'm talking about. So we'll see how you feel about that. But first, the yap. And it's been a hot minute since we've recorded.
How long has it been? Like 3 weeks?
Did we record after Halloween? I think we did.
Yeah, the one that didn't record.
Yes, that I still
Did you format a card?
I did.
Okay.
That I still put up, by the way.
Yeah, I listened to it and I went, there's no way I'm getting through this.
I was like, we recorded it. I'd rather just put it out. It is what it is.
It sounds like we're talking from opposite ends of like a really long hallway.
I did what I could do with what I had. For sure. And here I am splicing it. And then I go to listen to it and I was like, okay, this is bullshit, but whatever.
I'm not doing anything. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm like, it is what it is. Okay. So tell me this. This is a big thing that Adam and I had a conversation about over the last few weeks is when I go somewhere like a Starbucks is a great example of this. When I go somewhere and I get to the counter and they're like, what can I get you? I'm immediately triggered. I'm immediately like, hi.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Here's the thing.
Hope you're
I
having a good
always
day.
walk up to a counter and before anybody can say anything, I always say, hi, how are you?
Yeah. Like
just so that I can start I set the tone of like,
yeah.
How the interaction is going to go. Like before a word can come out of their mouth, I always lock in eye contact and I go, hi, how are you?
I'll give a hi, but I guess I don't do a how are you. But yeah, when they're just so stone cold Steve Austin, I'm like, hi. Okay, yeah, I'll have a chai latte. And they go, anything else? I'm like, is this a fucking McDonald's? I'm like, no. Or a Good Burger. Anything else? No. Just a latte,
Good Burger,
please.
they're very friendly.
Maybe.
Welcome to Good Burger. What is it? Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
I have not watched that since I was probably a child.
Neither have I.
But then again, the interaction is so void of joy, any type of customer service that you would expect, and it's to the point where I'm becoming a Karen about it. Where like, especially at the end, they're like, okay, here's the price, whatever I pay. And they don't say anything. I literally look at them right in their pupils and I say, have a good
nice
day. Oh, no, I don't do it nicely. I go, have a good day.
You're a wench.
I'm just like,
you're a wench.
Why are you in this job if you clearly don't want to speak to anybody?
Because it's the only job they can get. And I do feel like Starbucks is actually a horrible example because all of Starbucks is like on strike right now because they get really bad pay and really bad benefits. So,
well, that's fair. When I worked at Starbucks, I think I made $7 an hour. It was not fun. But I was just like, you're telling me that I'm paying $10 for a coffee and you can't even pay your employees like
I know
$10 an hour.
That's
what
the
are
problem.
You nuts? That's
I do think
insane.
They make like good, like I don't know, maybe
no.
Well, when Z worked at Starbucks, I remember he made like $19 an hour.
Oh, like hourly?
Yeah.
Probably now, yeah. I think that they've gotten better, especially Minnesota, I think has gotten better with raising minimum wage. But I know that there are some states, counties, whatever, who I think the minimum wage is still,
or
like,
less.
Like
that's insane.
I don't even think a teenager could live on that, which sounds so stupid. But I'm like, $7.50?
I just don't understand.
Especially when a tank of gas is like $50 at this point. I used to have a crisp 20, and that would fill my tank fully up.
What does your Subaru take to fill?
Oh, now. It's like a 20-gallon tank, so it typically is around like $50 or so, which isn't terrible, $50-$60.
That's terrible.
But in high school, I had a 10-gallon tank, and $20 I could go fill my tank fully, and then probably get a snacky
for $6.
Yeah,
and 99
not
cents.
that old. So obviously I've been at the movies a lot, and I would like to just briefly give you a Meg yes or no to seeing said movies, okay?
Okay.
So, Wicked.
You should see
middle. You should see it just to see it.
I haven't even seen it.
In the theater. You really should. But I was not a huge fan of the show beforehand, which I totally admit. I'm like, I'm not a fake Wicked person. I'm like, no, I never watched a show. I didn't even know what the premise at the end was, and I won't tell. I think
The
you've
show,
seen it.
you
The
mean
Broadway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't know what happened at the end. I didn't know how everything came together. So I really did enjoy that. But
I left Wicked, the Broadway show in New York. Went to it, left in the intermission, so I have no idea what the end half is because I hated it.
I will say, I definitely don't think I would have left during intermission, but I think I would have left the show at the second half and been like, eh. But I do understand that the first half is all character building and like bangers of some music.
So before even seeing the movie, your obsession was birthed out of purely just going to the theater.
Absolutely.
And seeing it for the first time.
Yeah. I loved the musical numbers. I thought the personalities of both Glinda and Elphaba, I thought it was so phenomenal. Elphaba. And I really do love a grandiose movie, especially when it comes to musicals. So I did love it. And the second one, I was like, it was good, but So Meg gives that a Begonia. You have to see this movie.
Okay.
Even if you can't see it in the theater, which I would recommend because the score is so good. It's like blaring in your ears. You feel like you are being abducted. It's amazing. So I would see Begonia. Thumbs up for Meg. No, I didn't see that one. Brendan Fraser, Rental Family.
Yes.
That, again, phenomenal. We were absolutely, a gem was stolen from us when Brendan Fraser stopped acting for a while. He is so phenomenal. I don't care about
like
the mummy.
My mom's favorite actor. She's like in love with him.
I bet if we were older in that time, that would be us too because he was
in
so
the
good.
Mummy.
So good. But that's my thing is like I am not like, oh, I loved him so much when he was younger just because we were young. But the movies that he's putting out now, I'm like, wow, this mofo can act. And the movie, the message and everything was so good. I almost booked a trip to Japan that day.
Really?
I almost was like, Adam.
So is this why you've been like, okay, I want to go to Japan?
100%.
I'm like, where did this Japan thing come from?
No, and then I said it once in my TikTok is now like.
All Japan.
Yeah. Steal my itinerary for Kyoto. And I'm like, okay. And now I've saved 1,000 things. Yeah, so clearly.
Will do.
What else did I see?
What's the one with Miles Teller?
Oh, Eternity. And you still haven't seen that?
No.
I just need to start going to your house and picking you up on my way to the movies and just be like, you don't have a choice.
Okay.
But Eternity, again, I think it's a must-see. I think that there's so many great messages in it. But, I don't even want to say how I feel.
Don't get into it.
Because it will probably give it away. But I will say that it was not just so cut and dry. Like, it wasn't like, who's she going to choose or whatever. Because I walked in thinking, yeah, I think she's going to choose your old husband. And Adam's like, I don't know, I think there's a lot of stuff going on. It was great.
Okay.
I would recommend. I feel like movie-wise, that's all the new movies I've seen recently.
Did you ever watch Frankenstein?
No, it's on my list. I know. Oh my God. Did you see the new, speaking of your boyfriend, Jacob Elordi, which shout out to Brie at Archifet. She's also like major PQs for Jacob Elordi. But
for the people who don't know what a PQ is, because I didn't, and this is not a normal thing. Like, I'm pretty sure you made this up. What's a PQ?
A pussy quiver.
Because, like, that's not a real thing. Like, I've never heard anybody be like, total PQs.
So, I heard it on Armchair Expert. I did not make
By
it
who?
up. Dax and Monica. They say it all the time. Yeah, they say it all the time.
That's probably why you say it.
Or, like, mixed messies for mixed messages. They
Never.
just say random shit like that. I know. But now I can't stop saying it, especially with these sexy-ass movies. But
no, because of the rivalry. That's where I first heard you say it, and I was like, "What is a PQ?"
I feel like
that texting me some crazy things.
That was the first time that I felt so inclined that I had to use it. I was like, "Oh my God!"
I think it's hilarious.
The new trailer, seeing so many movies, I get to see so many movie trailers.
What
which
is it? What
amazing.
Is it?
Obviously we've already seen the original Charlie XCX Wuthering Heights trailer, but the new one that came out,
I will go to that.
The Way. And I don't know if it's weird, but I had another friend too. She's like, we need to go see it. And I was like, would it be weird to get a whole group of girls to go?
No.
But we're all
While
going to be
all
like
PQing
yeah,
in
we're
the
all
seats.
horny as fuck. But I think it's like the same as men who go to strip clubs
That
together.
would be yeah.
But I
yeah,
think it would
you're
be
just
fun.
getting chubs.
Yeah.
In
So
the club.
on, Valentine's, all of us girls are going to say fuck off to
Does
our
it come
men.
out in Valentine's
so.
or whatever?
Yeah, I think so, but that looks so good.
It
so
looks so
let's speak about the
good.
original PQ show that I have been talking about. Is it Heated Rivals or Heated Rivalry? I can't remember.
I think it's Rivalry.
But
Heated Rivalry.
Long story.
It's based on a book. I didn't know that.
Yes, I've since read the book. I read it
in 24 minutes.
No, I literally
on 5 times speed.
I think it took me 6 hours, maybe. And that's being generous.
Crazy.
But when I read, my mom does this too. I don't read the ands, the is. My brain skips over those.
Did you read the
filler.
physical book?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
not
don't.
audio.
No, I don't read the filler words, which I don't know. Now that I think about it, I'm like, maybe I am missing other words. I don't know. But that's how I get through books so fast. Is I'm
Okay.
just like zooming. And I even did that as a kid. And then you would take those accelerated reading tests where you had to answer questions about the whole book. And I answered them 100% correctly all the time. So
You're a
clearly I'm getting.
Clearly I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Clearly I am
No, I'm a
the
cheater.
reincarnate of Albert Einstein.
Yeah. Because I can read smut.
Because I don't
fast.
read ands and buts.
Yeah.
I
So-
just read dick and pussy quiver.
Yeah. Bow down, bitches. But this show, okay.
Okay, yeah. Set the tone.
For anybody
set
who
the
has
tone.
not seen this show, if you go to HBO, that's where you can find it, and I recommend that you
It's
do.
all over my TikTok.
It's literally all over. So it is about two gentlemen in the NHL, I believe.
One place for Boston, one place for Montreal.
Yes, and it's like an enemies to lovers thing, which we see a lot in smut. However, when brought to the screen, Colleen Hoover, you really fuck it up. It's cheesy. It's just not done well. The guy who made this show also made the show Letterkenny, or co-made the show. I don't know. Which is not like a cinematic show. It's a really kitschy show, but it's phenomenal. But I believe he is a gay man as well. And
You believe?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. But I think he put so much intention and care into bringing this to life. The music, the acting. Even last night I was watching the new episode and
Do you watch it with Adam?
I'll get to that. So
Is that what the fight was about this morning?
you're going to judge me. You might not, but I think our listeners are going to judge me for our fight this morning. But I just think he put so much love into it and it's phenomenal. But yeah, even just like the shots he's getting like, you can tell his storytelling. He goes from like these wide shots and then brings it in tight. And I just think he does such a great job. He's not overly editing the show. Like I feel like it's color graded fairly well. He's not, one thing I see with television and movies a lot lately is I swear to God, they're all shooting at f1.4. And so for those of you who don't know what that means is like, all of our backgrounds are so blurry. And I'm like, no, I want to see what's
like
going
the
on in
realness.
the scene.
You want it to feel real.
Yeah. To me, that feels cinematic. And so I think he does such a great job with that. But so I watched the second episode and Adam came along for like halfway through. And I could tell that there were moments where he was like, oh, these two men are like going at it.
Yeah. So for the people who don't know, which
Oh, yeah.
granted, I've never seen a single episode.
Yeah.
Just TikTok
I've seen enough
at
clips.
it and clips.
Yeah.
It is a steamy
Oh.
show. So like if you think of an HBO show where there's,
Yeah. It's not like, oh, they kissed.
No, they're
Two men
fucking.
kissed. They're fucking. And I was like looking at Adam out of my periphery. He would be like, he'd look down at his phone and he'd like peek back up, like, what is happening on this show?
What's this about?
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? There are so many shows with tits out. Think of Game of Thrones. It's all fucking.
Yeah.
Some, non-heterosexual fucking.
Yeah. But you don't
But
get to see it.
majority of it
Mhm.
is like guys and girls going at it. That's what's all over the screens. And that is so normalized. So
Oh, yeah.
then the second people see two men going at it, and I'm not saying this is Adam at all. 'Cause
I know what you
don't
mean,
think
though.
he's like that, but I think there are some people out there who would be like, oh my God. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
It's because you don't get to see it that often. There's not a
Exactly.
ton of representation, which I think is so
It feels
important.
so taboo.
Yeah.
And it's like, shut the fuck up. Gay dudes are fucking every day.
Oh, yeah. And if we've learned anything from this show, it's hot as fuck. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Oh. So Adam even keeps looking at me over the show. He's like, are you okay?
And Meg's like,
no, I'm not okay. But, okay. So Adam and I were watching last night. The new episode dropped. Of course, I was like, I'm staying up to watch the new episode. And I asked him, I said, can you please cuddle up with me on the couch and just watch the episode with me? Because now I feel like he's kind of invested, but he would never admit, or he'd never be like, his heated rivals on.
can we watch that new show?
So I'm like, baby, come sit down with me. And we cuddled up and watched it. And we dissected the show as we watched it and had good conversations. And like and I think that's the beauty of the show is it's not just like, oh, okay, they're banging now. Yeah, that is what's happening. And also it's lovely and delicious. However, you can like talk about the emotions that are happening in the it was so
dynamics.
good. And they also do a really good job of showing like a yearning, which we need more of.
That is what I have seen most is that it is a yearning. So have you ever seen the show Fleabag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I haven't fully watched it, but I read like a comparison between like the relationship that the main character in Fleabag had with like the other main character.
Yeah.
Because they like can't have each other really, but they're like yearning for each other quite literally the entire show.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've heard a lot about heated rivalry.
And we need more yearning in the world. However, I
love a yearn.
When you're in a long-term relationship, I joked about this. I was like, I mean, there can't be a ton of yearning. Like, you kind of got me. There's a ring on my finger, you know.
I need a yearn.
Yeah. So, but please, couples out there, don't break up just so you can be yearned for, okay? Because I don't think that's going to work out in your favor. You're going to really miss your long-term partner. Okay, speaking of my long-term partner, the fight that we got in this morning, it wasn't even a fight. It was more of a just like, I was mad. I was just mad. I'm finding more and more that I am the angry husband.
Okay.
Okay. And he's probably like walking around. Are you having a good day? For the listener, I'm like creeping around the house because I wake up and we say that I don't wake up. Patricia wakes up. Okay. Patricia.
Yeah, you wake up a crazy person.
Yeah. I'm very irritable from the get.
You're unless not terrible though. Like when we've traveled, you're not like, don't talk to me. Like you're not like, I mean, maybe to Adam, but
well, you know, I feel like I'm comfortable enough with you that like my crazy can come out, but it's not necessarily if I can wake up on my own, you know, then I'm like, okay. But if someone wakes me up, even after I've asked them to, I'm very annoyed about it. I'm just cranky. So I get up here.
Or if people don't wake you up when you ask them not to.
Don't
you're
do it.
Equally as cranky.
No,
guys, don't wake me up. Anyway,
that's a story from another day. We have another story
We've shared
for you.
it.
But yeah, go back and listen to the other 7 episodes we've had in the last year. So what was I going to say? Okay, I get upstairs and he is up at night, right?
Right.
That's his shift now. He's up at night. So I get upstairs, like go in the bathroom. I'm like, why is this bathroom a mess? Like, you had the whole night off. You didn't have to work last night.
What were you doing?
And then I like look in the kitchen and the dishes have been removed from the dishwasher, but they didn't fully dry. So he put them on the counter to dry instead of just drying them with his hand
towel,
and putting them away. You're just moving things from one place to another. And
was he planning to finish that task though?
I don't know, but he should have.
I don't know because we didn't get that far.
No, we did not get that far. Well, and so I was just like, am looking around. I'm probably clearly annoyed at what's happening. And he can tell. And he's like, so then he starts going, he's like, hey, so last night I got this done. I got this done. I got this done.
Meg.
And I was like, okay, well, why are the dishes on? Like, I was just like, I am the angry dad that is just like wakes up and I'm like,
no, you are.
Why are there dishes on the counter?
Who the fuck left their shoes here?
I know. But again, it's Patricia. And then he leaves for the gym, doesn't even kiss me goodbye, which by the way, that is not something we do. We always say I love you. We always kiss goodbye. You know, we talk to each other 18 times a day when I'm gone. Like we are very connected. And so he left without kissing me. And my immediate reaction was like, I hope he gets in a small fender bender. Like,
This is
I don't want him to get hurt, but I want him to be like, huh, I should have kissed Megan before she left because it's bad luck that I didn't.
as your friend. Yes,
I know.
I'm gonna tell you.
I know.
Absolutely not.
Suck down some Diet Coke. So yeah, that's the fight that we had this morning. So hopefully he is ready to chat when we get back so I can be like, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
We've circled back.
I always come back around. But in the moment, I see nothing but irritation.
Okay.
I see divorce. I'm like, no, this is grounds for divorce.
You're not even married.
I know. Like, let me get the paperwork ready for when we do get married. I almost said to him, I hope he never listens to this episode because I almost said to him, he got in here and was mad, obviously, that I was mad. And he kind of raises his voice a little bit, which, again, never does. And I snap and look at him. I was like, don't raise your voice at me. And he's like, that's the only way to get your attention. And I almost said to him, if you want to go to Vegas and get married, you won't raise your voice.
Low key, Team Adam on this one.
I know, me too, honestly. But at that point, I literally,
So am I.
I'm so proud of myself for not taking it so
Yes.
low to be like, if you want to get married, you won't raise your voice.
Yeah, it's just a morning. It's just a morning.
I just need time to chill. And also, obviously, this morning, I was like, okay, he woke me up. I was like, I have to get up. I got to get ready because I didn't set up the cameras last night. Like, I didn't do anything last night. So I'm rushing. So I'm already stressed. I am that same way right before I have to leave for a wedding.
Yeah.
I'm always a little frantic.
You don't want to do anything but focus on the wedding that you have to leave for.
Agreed. Okay, couple of other things for me. Number one, if you're a parent listening to this, I understand that you only have so much control over your child. However, I was in Starbucks the other day. Now, I was friends with high schoolers.
All of your stuff is taking place in Starbucks recently. What's going on? She's a coffee drinker.
I know. I grew up friends with volleyball players who needed to wear their spandex at all times, even not at practice. But you know what? It is what it is. It's fine. I get it. If I had a tiny, teeny little body like that, I would probably wear spandex shorts every day, all day, right now, as a 32-year-old. I just couldn't help myself. But I was in Starbucks the other day. I'm just typing away on my computer. And two little ladies, by little ladies, they had to be 14. They didn't look old enough to be like adult teenagers or whatever.
Like drivers.
And they weren't, actually they did that. They had that fucking lanyard and they're whipping it around. Their keys are like janitors. And I'm like.
So were they drivers?
They were drivers.
So they were 16.
Yeah, that's a great point. 16. They walk in with their lanyard, just fucking Willow Smith, whip my hair back and forth. They won't stop.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But again, when I was that age,
I was doing the same shit.
I wanted people to know I was fucking driving.
Yeah.
So, anywho, I go back to look down at my computer, and what catches my eye is literal ass cheeks. And it's cold. This is mid-November. It is so cold, and this took. They weren't spandex. There was the Sofie. You know those like Sofie shorts where you'd like
Sofie shorts?
Whatever. Where you'd like
yes, I know.
Bend
you fold over
the edge or whatever the top.
What is that called?
Waistband.
The band.
Yeah. And they were so far up that if she bent over, I would see asshole. They were so far up. And I looked at them and it took everything in me. Number one, it's not my business, but it took everything in me not to like try to catch their eye and be like, why?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, you're going to get pneumonia, okay? It drives me insane. But I also am like, if you're a parent, I do understand. My dad couldn't get me to wear boots to save my life in high school. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to jam my style.
Or a jacket.
Couldn't do it.
Like, I'm not wearing a fucking coat.
No, I love to wear my knockoff Birkenstock, clogs under my flare jeans.
With like a little zip-up hoodie. Didn't
care that my jeans were going to be shredded on the ends at the end.
Soaking wet.
Yeah, because of the snow. But when I see outfits like that, I'm like, if your parent saw you walk out the door, that parent needs to be institutionalized because that is the craziest thing ever. I don't understand how that's even comfortable in public. But also, like, you're a little kid. And I know it doesn't feel like that, but I can see your whole butt cheek.
No children are listening to this, but if you were, please cover
I'm just saying parents, like, maybe do a 1-2 check on your kid before they walk
Do
out
a
the
little
door.
double take.
It just.
But if they're like coming from school or something, like.
Well, I hope they didn't wear that to school. I hope. But those
Sorry,
outfits.
guys. If you're watching online, I'm just digging in my eyes.
It's okay.
Anyway,
that's okay. A few more things because we know I always go really long. I am so fucking over TikTok.
Why?
The ads are insane.
I feel like I'm not getting ads.
I was doing I showed out of my phone and did a swipe. Every other
Really?
video was an ad. And if it wasn't an ad, it was a quote unquote influencer.
Very first thing, ad. Okay.
Not an ad. That's an ad. No, go down. That's an ad. It's just
This is not an ad. This is a TikTok shop person who is trying to monetize. Their whole page is TikTok shop. That's how people make money, which if I could do it, I would.
That's an ad for an item, though.
Well, sure.
I'm just
from
saying,
a person.
No, I agree. But that's the thing is every video or every other video, it's
ad.
Right? It's ad.
Everyone.
And I do understand monetizing,
Ad.
but it's still I miss TikTok.
Of people dancing and just
teaching me something. It is no longer that. If I have to hear the word Hasia bra again or waffle pants or
we have very different algorithms.
I swear, they're these high-waisted business lady pants. I'm like, who do you think I am? I barely wear pants as it is. But it's just every other video. And again, I do understand regular people trying to monetize. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I also want to remind people that I get making a little bit of money on that. But companies used to spend millions and millions and millions of dollars in advertising. And now instead they give you $100 and you push their products. And it's just, I don't know. I get it. But again, every other video. And then
it's a little much.
I think that there was just, did you see, I know our algorithms may be different, but that Jaclyn Hill, that makeup artist from back in the day, she's one of the OG YouTubers.
I know who you're talking about.
She apparently posted a video and was like, you guys, we need to talk about TikTok's not pushing out my videos anymore and people aren't commenting and they're not engaging and blah, blah, blah. What's going on? This is so ridiculous. This is how I make my living. And then thousands of people, hundreds, maybe thousands, were commenting and they're like, look, girl, we've been following you for 10 years. All you do now is post luxury things. You got your bag and now you are unrelatable.
Yeah. So nobody's looking for your content.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't want to watch it. I don't want to see what Rolls Royce or whatever you got this year.
And to say this is how I make my money. Please kindly fuck off.
Some people can't afford groceries.
Some people live outside, bitch.
Yeah. I don't want to see your $40,000 Hermes Birkin bag. So and then she's fighting with people in the comments I post dupes from time to time and I'm like, baby girl, this is Hunger Games if I've ever seen Hunger Games. I need you to.
Meanwhile, the dupes are $500 still for a $40,000 bag. Thank you for the dupe, babe.
Social media is just one of those things where we see such this pendulum swing that I just saw Australia is banning social media entirely.
I saw that for children
16 and under.
Yeah.
Which I think you are going to run into children who have absolute withdrawal symptoms because of it.
Yeah.
But I think it is so important.
I agree.
I couldn't imagine us as teenagers watching the world this way.
Oh my gosh. I would be a dead.
It's insane.
Person.
And also, even for adults, I have to be honest, I feel like we are going to get to a point where some sort, it would be very difficult. I don't know how they would ever do this, but some sort of regulations or something, because you're scrolling and you see a video of something terrible happening in the world. And then you're unfazed because then the next video is a makeup tutorial or whatever. And you're just.
You know who started that? Albert Hitchcock, the Birds guy. Did you never watch the Ed Gein show?
No.
Okay, so in the Ed Gein show, they kind of correlate everything to other serial killers and kind of how this fascination with murders began and all of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Albert Hitchcock is referenced a lot in the movie. They actually do flashbacks to him creating the movie Psycho, because Psycho was the first movie where there was actual murder depicted on screen.
Gotcha.
And so they show the reactions of people in the crowds and what people's actual reactions were, because Psycho is loosely based off of Ed Gein.
Okay.
With like the mother-son relationship and the killing and kind of the fascination with like dressing up in women's clothing and the wigs and stuff. And so they relate that to Psycho back to Ed Gein, but what they were saying in the movie or in the show was like, cinema will never be the same. Like nothing will ever be the same because you created, Albert Hitchcock, you motherfucker, put something out there that is now what people are going to expect to see.
Yeah.
And it's,
you're just like
you're
pushing
normalizing it. Like
you're pushing the boundary.
And to think that nobody ever, up until that point in time, had ever seen, unless you witnessed a real life murder, nobody had ever actually visualized it, thought about it, or knew what that actually looked like until it was on screen. And now we watch people in real life get murdered.
Yeah.
Horrible things happen. And to us, it's like.
And instead of jumping in to help, people whip out their phones to like take a video of it. I know it's a very, because we live in the United States, I feel like we don't see it as this dystopian, like fucked thing a lot of the time because we are very distracted. We
100%
have a lot of great things and we have very great lives in the grand scheme of things. But, you know, you stop and look around a little bit and you're like, ooh.
Oh my God, I'm depressed all the time. I'm like.
That's why I will say I really enjoy going to the movies and reading books because it's just like a little, it's something else.
Unless it's like a depressing movie.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. And also, it does help you, like the Rental Family with Brendan Fraser, it helped me just kind of think about like my relationships in life and how short life is.
Perspective-wise, 100%.
Yeah. So given all the problems we have in the world, you know.
100%. Agreed.
And I also try to remember that we could have been living back in like the 1800s where someone didn't like you, they chopped your head off, they thought you were a witch or something.
There are parts of the world where that still happens. So we could have been born in a very different part of the world. I think about that all the time.
Speaking of movies, real quick, AMC, this is my plea to you. I spend a lot of money at AMC, but I go to the movies and I decide to stop at McDonald's for a crispy Diet Coke, okay? And I go to walk into the theater. The lady goes, you cannot have that.
Yeah, you should know better by now.
Here's the thing. I've gone to the movies a lot in my life. I do understand you're not supposed to bring in outside items. However, post-pandemic, I kind of feel like anything, they just need people in these seats, okay? Every time I go to a theater, there's like 2 employees.
Really?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I go to matinees, but I feel like there's no one there. There's no employees there. It seems like a ghost town. Let me bring my Diet Coke in. Like, you're lucky I'm coming to this movie. Granted, I have a membership but if I didn't have a membership and I was paying $20 for a movie ticket, let me have my Diet Coke.
Bend the rules a little bit.
Also, because I come here and it's $8 for a drink.
Yeah.
What are you, nuts? I know that the overhead on that is maybe 5 cents for you.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 cents for that Coke that comes in a big old bag. So anyways, I was not very happy about it, but I didn't fight the lady. I was like, okay. And I look around and I'm like, well, there's no garbage cans here or in like the vestibule when you get into the AMC. So I was like, where do you want me to throw it away? And she goes, oh, you just go in, just like throw it in the garbage right outside your like door for your theater. Sure. And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, why does this matter? Why I could just walk 3 feet into my theater with my Diet Coke. So anyways, so I go, I'm like drinking it and I get to the door and unfortunately my door is like within viewing distance of this woman. So I go to throw it in the garbage and I turn and look at her because I was like, if she's not looking at me, I'm walking into the theater with my Diet Coke. She is staring directly at me.
Do you think she would have come and found you had you just taken it in?
I don't know, but I will say that I set it in the garbage. There was stuff in the garbage. I set it in there very nicely. And then I decided to go grab, I don't know, some Bavarian pretzel bites. And I really wanted to just grab it on my way back. But I decided to just get a drink while I was up there. But also the AMC drinks do not taste great in those big Coca-Cola machines that they have 18,000 different flavors.
So I always get an icy.
They just don't hit like a McDonald's Diet Coke would. So just you don't know about the burrito I'm sneaking in my coat. So what does this Diet Coke matter?
Let me live my life.
I like open it up. I literally have like burrito, guac. Oh, but the next time I did go, I brought Coke from home and just put it in my pocket because
Yeah, 100%.
And then she also said to me, I don't think I told you this. She said to me, well, if you have a cup in your
Personal
car,
cup.
a personal cup, you can go put it in there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start making alcoholic drinks and bringing them in my personal cups.
We've brought weed.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, not just so everybody knows. We didn't like smoke a joint during the movie.
I would.
We're
Who? If nobody's there, what?
no. I feel like that was all I had.
We saw JoJo Siwa.
It was the highlight of our week last
We saw
week.
JoJo Siwa.
Wait, start at the top. What were we doing?
So Meg has like
Suffering.
17 listed for notes. Mine is JoJo Siwa because I just can't.
And the only reason I think that's there is because I turned and looked at you and I said,
Write that
you
down.
should
Write that down. So we're walking. First of all, it's Black fucking Friday. And Meg is like, hey, I'm going to go get a little coffee at the Mall of America if you want to come yap over coffee at the Mall of America. And I was like,
shopping.
well, this bitch, no, you didn't even mention shopping. You just said coffee and yap. And I was like,
Fair.
Perfect. I don't know if maybe you're misremembering last year's Black Friday, or maybe last year's Black Friday was just different. Maybe people were just not still in like a little COVID haze or something. I don't
feel like
know.
it was different. I do not. I vividly remember going to the Mall of America thinking
was
it was going to
last
be
year.
crazy last year, and it was not. It was nothing. So I thought, let's go this year. Mistake.
Big mistake.
Huge.
Hashtag don't go to the Mall of America on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Took me about 26 minutes just to get in through like the parking lines.
Mm-hmm.
It was disaster. I mean, it was crazy. It honestly, it could have been way worse. I will say that. Like, it could have been way worse, but it was something that like I'm pulling off on the off ramp, and you can see because it's kind of overhead. You can see just lines of cars, and as soon as you turn into the mall, there's nowhere to go. You're
stuck.
landlocked.
Yeah.
You are stuck in between cars in the front of you, in the back of you, and on either side of you.
Yeah.
And so
I think that if it wasn't like that, you and I both would have been like, we'll catch you later. Like, I'm going to turn around, or I'm going to hop out of this or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, to be stuck, I'm like, well, there's only one way
No,
I can
was
go.
like, and also it took me 45 minutes to get there. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm going to do it. I get inside. There are lines, full lines to enter stores where they have like what are those called?
Like a little barrier. I know what you mean.
Like what you see at the airport, kind of
Mhm.
dividing the lines for these stores that I'm like, I'm going to Aerie tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
shopping online.
Yeah.
The deals are the same. Cyber Monday might even be better
Yeah.
than Black Friday. But we both agreed that it was nice to see like a little nostalgia, like mall full of people just kind of enjoying their time shopping with their parents. But if you have little kids on Black Friday, don't go to the mall. Like, pick your kid up, put it
Yeah.
in a stroller at least, but then you're taking up space.
Yeah.
And don't walk slow, and don't stop randomly and talk to your fucking friends and turn, and then I'm walking into you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a kind, polite person. I will walk directly into you
Yeah.
as though I didn't see you, because in what world is that? It's like
like
newborn babies. It's like
Mhm.
people at the airport who just were born for the first time that day.
Literally. I even saw a TikTok of a guy that said that. He said, how much of an honor is it that I came to the airport today and experienced life with people who are on planet Earth for the first time today?
It's insane.
Everybody just like, they think that there's not 1,000 people around them, and like
It's
the world.
insane.
Yeah. And I will say with the kiddo thing, I normally am like, oh my God, these strollers. No, on Black Friday, get that stroller, girl.
And walk.
Yeah, because I'm like, the holding your toddler's hand.
I will walk over it.
It's like,
And I love a child. I love a baby. I love a child.
Yeah.
This is motherfucking Mufasa getting trampled.
that's the thing. I also think it is a safety.
It is.
Yeah. There are so many people.
Don't you remember that kid that got picked up and thrown over the rotunda?
I thought this was something you were talking about with Black Friday, and I go, no,
That
but
was
yes,
like,
I do remember
years
that.
ago.
That actually
That
is
was
something
crazy. That's terrifying.
That's something I'm afraid of. I don't like to get close to the edge because I'm afraid someone's gonna come and flip me over. 100%. I don't like it. I just don't like heights in general.
I don't either.
Like, even watching The Dark Knight when Batman's up on like the edge of a building, I'm like, okay, bitch, come on down, because this is I don't like it. I feel sick.
Anyway, so we're walking.
Yeah.
And suddenly there's like a crowd of teens, actually grown women too, I feel like were there, like 30-year-old women in high ponies and pigtails.
Yes, they were.
We see, I literally look at Meg and go, that's JoJo Siwa.
Yeah,
JoJo Siwa.
Walks right by
And we
us.
both just go, JoJo Siwa?
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa. And she walked out.
In the blink of an eye. We didn't even have time
To like pull out a phone, nothing.
No.
But we saw JoJo Siwa.
And she was all smiles, which I'm really impressed with, because I feel like if I were her, I'd be like,
She is a cutie patootie, I will say. Like, yes, is she wildly annoying to most of America?
Yes.
Sure. But she was so cute. She was like just a cute girl.
I didn't know she was still doing like the side pony thing.
I don't
And
think
the
that's
bow.
like her regular thing. I think to perform.
Gotcha. She was like, let me get back into it.
Yeah, because
But yeah, there were adult women with side
Oh,
ponies and
gosh.
bows. And I had seen a few earlier in the day, but I thought they were just,
I did not.
And then when I saw JoJo, I was like, oh, okay. No, this is Nikki and I think we had talked about when we were teenagers and Twilight came out.
She didn't have a side pony. by the
And
way.
then she didn't?
No.
Did she have a pony
She
at
had a
all?
regular pony, not even a super high one. It was
Okay.
regular. She did have a bow though.
Okay. Maybe I see. This is sometimes you envision things you want to envision, or that you just think you envisioned. It's like when we thought Baxter ripped his pop hat off. We're mentally just making things up in our head.
You see what you want to see.
You see what you want to see.
No, this was her little pony.
Oh, with the heart and everything. Okay. Oh, I feel like how they took that photo, like the wide of her from the front, that just like makes it look like this was a really big show.
concert.
You guys, there was maybe 50 people watching.
No,
this.
the rotunda is full. We weren't even there for the show, bitch. We saw her
sad.
walking out.
I don't know. I looked around. I was like, I think I'm just used to a Beyonce concert. So I really
Yeah,
was...
this is JoJo Siwa. Super, super different. Oh my gosh, speaking of Beyonce, hold on. Okay, are we done with your update? I have a couple of things. Okay.
I've been done.
Okay.
Are you gonna bring up the Beyonce Rihanna thing again?
No.
'Cause I know you don't care. But
No. I have
care.
I have a challenge for you.
Oh, I was like, if this is a negative thing about Beyonce, I'm quitting the pod.
First of all, okay, it's called Guess the Beyonce Song in 0.33 seconds, okay? Okay.
Guess the Beyonce
I'm gonna
song
fail.
in a third of a second. There's going to be 5 introductions followed by 5 random parts, and I'll play each one 3 times. Song number 1.
Can you pause?
3.
Oh my God, I know the song. I'm like singing it to myself. Hold on. Give me like
3,
5 seconds.
2, 1.
You're going to have to go.
2, 1. Sweet Dreams.
I hate myself.
Song number 2.
16 carriages.
3, 2, 1. 16 carriages. Song
Such a
number
good song.
3.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm
3,
sorry.
2,
Sorry.
1. Sorry. Song number 4.
I feel like falling
Yeah.
in love.
3, 2,
But I don't know
1. Cuff it.
I should have known that song name.
You should be proud of me that I guessed like
I'm
a
proud
lot
you.
of these.
I'm proud of you. I know.
3,
Kitty? Kitty
2,
cat?
1. Kitty cat. So those were just the intros. Now it's time for the random parts. And if you are enjoying this video, feel free to hit the follow.
You will
down
get
below. Song
you
number
should get
6.
most of these.
Naughty Boy. Sean Paul.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Naughty girl.
Naughty girl.
Song
But
number
yes.
7. 3,
That's
2,
hard.
1. Break my soul.
I 100% got that one.
Song number
Mm.
8.
These are so hard. I don't
2,
know.
1. Start over. Song number
It's not
9.
a long enough clip. Diva. That one's just so specific.
3, 2, 1. And it's your last one.
Last
It's
one.
song number 10.
You got this one.
Oh, Single Ladies.
Yeah.
3, 2.
Oh my gosh. I don't like my Beyonce knowledge to be tested. Actually, I would never go on like a Beyonce trivia show. I don't know shit about her. I know her. I know her music. If you're like, what was she doing in 1987? I don't know.
But you would kill Adam over her.
If they were both on a platform and you said one of them is going to drop into the abyss, it would have to be Adam. But here's the thing. That's not just about me. That's about humanity. Like, that's not about
The
just
fact
me.
that you weren't immediately like, no, I would never do that. You're like, here, let me explain my reasoning for that.
Just, I think I love Adam. And I would be more sad that Adam was no longer around, but the world would be more sad if Beyonce and her work was no longer here.
Okay.
So
Anyway, I wanted to show you one other thing. So for Thanksgiving, excuse me, hold on, guys.
you're good. Frog in the throat. I can cut it out.
For Thanksgiving, I cooked our entire Thanksgiving meal for 6 people. 6, 7 of us. 6, 7.
I hate
We
us.
are chronically online and disgusting. The fact that we
I'm
both
upset.
locked eyes at the same time and did that is terrifying.
We've been infected. We've been infected.
You know what, though? At the end of the day, we are just 13-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a girl. I'm a baby girl. My Spotify Wrapped was a 21-year-old. I am a child.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Mine's more like mentally and emotionally for sure than like my habits.
than my music.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Emotionally
for
mature.
Thanksgiving, we make what's called a Tiny Tina turkey. So how we cook our turkey is very different. Craig's like, he was helping me. He was my sous chef because my mom broke her foot, so that completely inhibited her from. She didn't even break her foot, but she did have surgery. It's been a time. I've been going through it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom had to have emergency surgery on her leg. But I texted Meg. I was like, my mom's acting like her fucking hands broke because I'm just a wench.
She's just screaming from across the room for things.
She honestly, I'm kind of glad that she didn't come into the kitchen once. She couldn't. She was on her chair.
Immobile.
She was immobile. But so Craig was my sous chef. And when we make our Tiny Tina turkey, which is in honor of my grandma Tina, who's dead, she's Ecuadorian too. So like in Ecuador, we don't do Thanksgiving. So when my grandparents immigrated here, they just did random Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They did whatever they could. So we have like a hominy salad. Do you know what hominy is?
No.
Hominy is like a,
That's just a
it's
word.
like a corn. I don't know how to describe it. I'll show you a picture later, but it's
Okay.
like a corn. We do a macaroni salad, which is not macaroni and cheese. It's literally cooked
Like a pasta
macaroni
salad.
noodles
Yeah.
with mayonnaise, olive juice,
Yeah.
finely chopped celery, and unsweet
Like a
peas.
cold salad.
It's a cold salad, and we do a cold potato salad, which also people in America do potato salad like with mustard.
Yeah.
We just do mayonnaise, olive juice, olives, and egg.
I'm gonna have to try this out because
I
you know I love olives.
Thought
so-
about bringing you some, but then we
Yeah.
didn't record, so I was like, well, it's all
Yeah.
gone. But those are like the most non-traditional things, I guess, that
Dishes.
we do would be some of those things. Sometimes we make beans. Like, I don't know.
So whatever we got around.
But our turkey is quite literally 4 ingredients, and Craig's like, "You're not gonna stuff it with anything. You're not gonna do like an onion or like a tomato or like you're not.
You
gonna
should do voiceovers. That was a
Thank
very good 1920s guy
Thank
selling
you.
newspapers.
And I was like, first of all, if you're gonna be helping me, listen,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm
sir.
the chef.
I'm following strict instructions here on
Mhm.
how to make the Tiny Tina turkey. It's my second time making it. It was a 15-pound turkey.
Damn.
Big bird. So we brined it the night before. So when we make our turkey, we don't make traditional gravy, like a thick, creamy gravy. We make more of like a, what would you call it? Like an au jus
Okay.
out
yeah.
of the turkey juice.
Yeah.
So
More juicy.
yeah, so every hour and 20 minutes, we rebrine or like sauce up the turkey.
Yeah.
But what we do is we take the turkey and we flip it and we let all of the fat and juices pour out of it
Smart.
into a pot.
Yeah.
And we cook that down in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
However, once you get all of it and you know, dress it over all, I put that shit on everything. It's like Frank's red, whatever. I put that shit on literally everything. Everything on my plate gets it because it's not like a gravy. It's like an au jus. However, when
at that point, it's like salt.
It is.
It's like flavoring.
It really
at that
is.
point. Yeah.
When you put it in the fridge, it congeals. And I just needed to show you this because I was filming it because I was like, I'm going to show her on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know, like, would you eat this? Because you, with your, you have, you know, a specific palate.
Mm-hmm.
Could you bring yourself? And I'm like laughing during this. I don't know if you can hear me. That's what it looks like the next day. Are those my dogs?
Those are mine. I don't know what they're barking about. So here's my question. So you put it in there and then you warm it up and it all kind of mixes together again.
And it melts.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like upon unrefrigerating.
Yeah. I will say I made a gravy. It did not congeal like that, but it got
a whole layer of fat on top.
It got real thick and like But if I know the end goal,
so that's just all fat.
Yeah. And so that was gonna be my question: is like, are you gonna go around the fat? But it's like, no, you got to get the fat back.
Well,
in.
I kind of go around the fat. We
Yeah,
try not to get the fat as much, but if some gets in there, it's at the end of the world.
I think I could do it, but I wouldn't like it until it was microwaved. I would struggle. But I'm also the person on Thanksgiving where I'm mixing at like
100%.
I let everything touch everything.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking orgy on that plate.
Yeah.
I love it.
The food is
so
fucking
much. Oh yeah. It's
the food
so
is fucking.
Good. Oh, some gravy gets on the mac.
The food is fucking
delicious. Even some cranberry sauce gets on the mac. Oh, okay, a little tartness on the mac.
I don't do that. I don't know what that is.
You don't do a cranberry sauce?
No.
I don't do.
I'm telling you, we are very like, we
That's
don't
fair.
do a traditional.
Yeah.
Because even when I lived in Ecuador, it was like, nobody here does Thanksgiving, but like we would still do it, just very Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
So like a cranberry, I never had even had stuffing until my mom married an old crusty white dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like stuffing. Adam does. Speaking of crusty white dudes, and I just can't.
Old too.
I can't get bored. You want me to eat soggy bread?
Here was my turkey though. Isn't she pretty?
Oh, she's party.
Look at how beautiful.
I don't think we did Cornish game hens and ham. I don't think I got.
Oh, look at how gorgeous.
I like her little.
Her
the tin foil. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
so she
trying to
don't
make-
burn.
Oh, I was gonna say so the government can't hear her thoughts. Or the
Yeah, that
aliens
too.
Or whatever.
It was a good time though.
Good.
Also, it was Papa's 91st birthday.
So freaking cute.
He's so cute. I don't know if I'm blocking your camera here.
You're not. Nope. Now I was gonna say now I can see your phone. I'll insert. You'll have to airdrop this
I
to
will.
me. I can add
He
them.
was so cute. So we had like a really nice holiday. I will say it was like super chill, laid back, which was so lovely after the chaos and hectic, crazy shit, you know, with my mom and all that. So
good.
And I went to Miami, but like I literally did nothing. Miami. I got this at the airport. Literally, I saw this shirt and I was like, I want that.
I do like it. Nice big graphic tee.
I was telling Meg that my friend and I, we went. She goes often. She like loves Miami. She knows people there. So we went. We had a beautiful room. The weather was perfect. I'd never been. And so in a time of pure chaos, I was like, I need to just like get away. Brought my computer, got some work done, just like.
Isn't that so funny though? And maybe this is just not in our industry, but our lifestyle, that the time I will just get on a plane and go sometimes is when I really should be home. But then when I'm home and I have all the time in the world, I'm like, okay, but I'm soaking it in with my family. Like I have a moment to breathe, but it's so hard when you're so deep in wedding season. And I'm like, no. Like, we did not need to go to Vegas when we did, but I was like, I I need
No,
to.
it was wonderful.
I'm going to have a mental breakdown.
Honestly, I did have a mental breakdown before Miami. I had a full-on mental breakdown because that was the day before I was supposed to leave was the day my mom had to have her emergency leg abscess removal. Her leg is still there. Just there was some stuff inside that needed to be done. But I did have a full MenTB. I was crying all morning. And so I made it happen. But when I say that we went and we literally did nothing, I mean, one of the nights we literally ordered a pizza to the room, watched 6 hours of Shark Tank, and went to sleep.
Sometimes that's what you need.
It was so chill and so nice. So yeah, it was a much needed, just I loved Miami though. It was so peaceful and quiet and serene. And when I thought of Miami, I was thinking Bad Boys movie, Will Smith, Welcome to Miami.
I bet if you went in the summer.
I think if you go around spring break or in the months where it is more popular, but I don't want to go in the summer when it's 110 degrees. Are you fucking kidding me? The weather was perfect. So I really enjoyed just doing nothing.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
When I went, I remember I went in August.
Yeah,
it was so
I could
miserable.
not.
But we were walking down Ocean Ave and I think Ocean Boulevard Drive. Okay. Ocean something. Okay. And we're walking down by all of these bars and women are literally grabbing my boyfriend at the time. Come on in. Come on. Mind you, he's ugly. Okay. So why are you grabbing him? I don't understand. I understand you're looking for money. But they're titties are out. The only thing that's covered is the nips.
Yeah.
I'm impressed at the rate in which their boobs are up here. I'm jealous, but I'm hey, he's actually with me, and it was a very aggressive place for me to be. So I do agree that I think it just.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that. So it's definitely a time of year when you go.
Yeah. But I bet Vegas is that way too, where it's
God, yeah.
There gets to be times where it's insufferable.
100%.
But when we were there, I was
this is perfect.
Chill.
This is the best time to be there. So
the way I was just talking to someone about this at a dinner I was at, that the way I want to move so badly to Vegas and be an elopement photographer.
You should. You'd be living on the streets.
Exactly. I told them, I said I'd make $1 million a year and I'd spend $1.5 million. I said it wouldn't be conducive to a good life, but the fact that they can work Monday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Shooting elopements.
100%.
Whereas obviously we're pretty sequestered to Saturday or Fridays and Saturdays. But I'm that's nuts. And it's not just one a day. You can do one in the morning. I see plenty of midday shoots.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Bright desert sun. And then, of course, at night is super popular too. And I'm just I don't want to, I'm not saying anyone else is not doing good at this, but I've really upped my flash game. And I feel I could go to Vegas and just be a flash-heavy, party-esque elopement photographer and make a good amount of money. But also, I do worry that I don't know how much I would actually enjoy living in the hustle and bustle of
I don't think you
that.
could. I don't think people who do that actually live in the hustle and bustle of it.
That's true.
I think they're probably at least 30 minutes to an hour outside of it because it becomes so much.
But then I would also hate that because I would hate the commute of having to do, I don't know. So I'm always back and forth.
Grass is always greener.
Grass is always greener. And I have shot in Vegas before and it's not for the weak.
No.
Being surrounded by absolute drunks and maniacs while you're just trying to get the shot.
And it's not the crisp, clean photos. You have to, no, it's crazy. It's mayhem.
So would it be cool to maybe do a month every year in Vegas where I bang out 30 elopements? Sure.
One a day.
But take it back, 60 elopements.
Yikes. I don't like that.
One in the morning, one at night.
Anyway, I think that's it.
That's it. What else have you been up to?
Nothing.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if.
Let me look at my photos.
Okay, that's fair.
No, I got my eyebrows done. That was super fun. Shout out to @thedivasc on Instagram. Killed it. Crushed it.
While we're shouting people out, Amelia.
I was just going to say that.
Love Amelia so much. I booked a 2-hour makeup appointment with her and she let it go 4 hours purely because we were yapping. We seem to be very similar and have a lot of the same thoughts. So it was very easy to yap for extra hours.
Careful if you say that on here because you say a lot of crazy shit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Let me not loop Amelia into me. But I will say.
You are very aligned.
Fair. But Amelia, shout out to you because not only does she have this like makeup, tutorial, like she does half my face, I do the other half, and we're going step by step, and that's all well and good. But also then afterwards, she sends me a whole ass guide,
She is the best.
that not only goes over every product we use, tips, tricks, like all this stuff. Then she has a link for a shopping link. Like, hey, I know you brought these products to your appointment. Here are the ones that you really liked that we used. Here's where you can find them. Oh my gosh. I was like, this is taking it to another level. Amelia, if you're listening to this, you should have charged me more money. That was so incredibly impressive. So, and then I have my makeup trial with her next week.
Do you?
Yeah, my like wedding makeup trial. And I'm going to bring my veil. And we talked about, her and I talked about the hair thing.
Okay.
So we're going to try to just see about a bun.
So she's
good to do that.
Love
if I would just
that.
want to do a bun. And if we do it and I hate it, then it gives me a little time to, number one, go figure out the extension thing.
Yeah.
And number two, book someone for.
I will say, once you get your hair colored, I think it would be easy for you to find some clip-in extensions. I bought clip-in extensions for Miami, thinking that I was going to be like out on the town doing shit. Let me show you.
Instead of in your hotel room.
Yeah, eating fucking pizza, which, by the way, best garlic knots I've ever had in my entire motherfucking life. I don't even remember the name of I almost said the hospital, the restaurant.
Like doing takeout from weird places in Miami.
Okay, look at this hair.
My question really quick with the garlic knots is, do you feel like that looks really
My
cute?
hair is like here.
Here's my thing though, is you can just get black extensions. I'm so nervous about color matching.
Yeah, but
this shit show.
You should buy them now,
I
actually,
know.
before you go and get your hair colored, because you could ask them to color match your extensions for an extra $100 probably. But
I need to figure out what I'm even doing with my hair. This is so annoying. This is why I don't do things, because this is too much.
by the way, tomorrow will be a good opportunity for you to practice your eye makeup tutorial stuff that Amelia showed you, because I did buy us tickets to that drag show.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
What is tomorrow?
Saturday.
Okay. I was like, what day is it today? I'm trying to think of like, what do I have on my calendar? Okay, that sounds good.
I have never done a drag show here or anything, really.
I think that'd be super fun.
So I've always wanted to do like a drag brunch.
Yeah.
But I thought this looked cool.
Agreed. We have also that there's a bar right on the corner across from Vegas Lounge, Lush, gay bar.
Okay.
That I believe they do have
Like a
drag
drag
shows.
brunch?
Yeah, from time to time. So we might want to hit that up one day too. But yeah, I'm down for that. I'm glad you're telling me now.
We talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just figured, why not? That'd be fun.
The most I'm gonna get dressed up is like black shirt and a
Yeah, but I'm saying like the makeup tutorial that Amelia just did for you.
Yeah.
Because
Give
you've
a little
also said,
zhuzh.
I really want to start trying to wear makeup more so that
do.
for my wedding day, I don't feel crazy.
yeah. I want to do things for the pod,
You
and I
should
woke up
crimp
this
your
morning.
hair tomorrow. I'll leave my crimper.
Leave your crimper. It's in my closet. I don't think you had any intention on taking that today.
I actually did.
Oh, you can have it if you want to. I got
no,
that
but
Dyson.
you should crimp your hair. Oh, we're Dyson your hair. Have you tried the Dyson though? Because it's a learning curve.
I did.
Okay.
Loved it. I did it before
Okay.
Lane's dinner the other night, and I got so many compliments on my hair. Mind you, all I did was like a blowout
Yeah.
esky look. I
Yep.
didn't do like a curl or anything, but I really liked it, and I really tried to go in deep with just losing money to Sephora, but buying, like making sure I'm doing the right hair products and la 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 la. So I am excited about that. Adam's less than excited.
He's fine. He'll get over it.
Anything else on your end?
Nah, I
Nah?
don't think so.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, let's jump into why we're here. And I want to talk a little bit about something that I saw, I don't know, a year ago and how it's progressed, okay? So I saw a year ago someone saying, or they were selling, everyone selling something nowadays. They're like, hey, I'm a photographer who shoots a lot in the Italian, is it the Dolomites? I might sound
Yes.
stupid if that's not what it is. Okay. And they go, I know that some people want to shoot elopements out here, but it's really helpful if you have like work to showcase from here. So I will sell my raws so that you can edit them.
What?
Mhm.
Never seen that.
I will sell my raws so that you can edit them and use them in marketing for shooting in this location, because it's hard to gain. I understand it is hard to gain content from all over the world, But can we talk about the fact that it's not just about the photo? You have no experience getting to Italy, when you get to Italy, traveling the train system with your gear.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Work visas, all this different stuff, getting to this remote-ish location, and then photographing. You might get there, it's windy as fuck. You didn't plan for that, or just like different things because you've never experienced a location. So I'm just like, I would love your thoughts on that of if you really, let's say it was a Italian countryside wedding and you really wanted to book things there, but you needed examples of work. Like, do you think it's worth the money, or do you think it's just so...
That's ridiculous. I would never purchase someone's RAWs just to do that, to showcase work there, because they probably shoot differently than I do. They might expose differently than I do. They might have different composition than I do. Like, there's no sense in actually purchasing someone's work because edited or not, that's still somebody else's work. Like, your edit on it is just your final touches, in my opinion.
And how... like, that just feels like you are duping the people hiring you. You did not take these photos.
Whoever's selling these RAWs, also, I'm like, okay, so you're duping people too, because you're just wanting money and you're thinking that you're convincing people of a good way to do something when in reality, this is such a poor execution of something that could be done way differently. Like, my suggestion would be, oh, you're a photographer shooting there for the first time. Like, I get that the whole point is, oh, the way you book people and get clients is by showcasing work. But honestly, just be honest with people. Showcase the work that you have and say, like, envision this in your environment. And then, like you're saying, with the wind and everything, like the train system, go there a week early and actually experience the place where you're going to be. Start shooting it, start photographing it, start figuring out like what the lighting's like, when the sun sets, when the sun rises, when it's highest in the sky. Like, I am a learner by doing like, I am a visual learner. I'm a practice learner. I'm somebody who figures things out that way. So like, somebody giving me their RAWs is really so kind after I purchased them, probably for an arm and a fucking leg.
I'm sure it was a pretty penny. Well, and my thing is, this is just my old lady coming out. I feel like we live, especially right now in the photography community, I'm going to put you on blast a little bit, the AI of it. Okay, we're AI culling. Now we're AI editing. Now we're buying people's RAWs so we don't even have to go to the location.
That's crazy.
And it's like, how are you going to learn anything if you're not fucking doing it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, and what I don't think people understand also is, as you implement all of these different AI things into your, workflow, at some point I'm going to go, don't be upset when you are obsolete. Because people can do this on their own.
100%.
These are getting better and better.
Yeah.
So it's like you're taking all the artistry out of what you're doing by AI everything. Now, do I understand? I have certainly been like, okay, let me try AI culling, because on this wedding I have 10,000 RAWs and like,
sure,
I need it. Different. I would love if it took out the images of people blinking. But at the same time, I've now even run into things where I go, okay, well, it got rid of an image that I actually would have cropped a different way and made something different. And I've just let go of all the AI stuff in general. That is not to say what's right or wrong.
Sure.
I just don't like to do it. I feel like it doesn't give me as much control, and I have a control issue. But when people are using it for everything, I'm like, okay. So the reason I bring this up, though, is I just saw something where, again, this is taken it another step further. People are now having associate-styled shoots.
I heard, okay, yeah, okay. Dive in.
Associate-styled shoots are styled shoots put on, and a photographer shoots them, and then they will give the RAWs that they took of the styled shoot to
so ridiculous.
Whoever knows how many people. And I'm like, okay, not only do I not think styled shoots are a good representation of a wedding day, and people who have all of this work from styled shoots and they don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to a wedding, that's already a problem. Now,
I was going to bring that up.
Now you don't even have to be there to at least have the experience posing and prompting. So not only is it not a real wedding, you're not even there flexing muscles on posing and prompting, which is important. I like styled shoots for that reason.
Yeah.
Or trying out new gear. And you didn't have to do any of it. And now you're putting work out.
I struggle with that.
You're putting work out and you're probably woefully undercharging
Yeah.
or under, cutting someone who actually knows what the fuck they're doing because they actually shoot weddings or they actually went to the styled shoot. They actually called and edited their own photos.
Well, even going to a styled shoot, like I struggle with that because I've
Say
put
more.
on styled shoots and I have witnessed people that I'm like, yeah, you should not be not a wedding photographer in general, but like you should either do more styled shoots to get the hang of this and find your voice a little and figure out how to. Styled shoots and wedding days are so vastly different.
Yeah.
There's no comparison for me. Like running a full-on wedding day as a wedding photographer is nowhere near what a styled shoot is like. And I can say that confidently as someone who has hosted 10 styled shoots in my lifetime, and worked various weddings. Like there's just no comparison. And so then you put in this whole associate thing. Like, where did you see this? Because this sounds
where did I see
ridiculous.
It was either on, it was on Instagram or TikTok, but it was someone, and I can't remember if it was someone selling the tickets or someone talking about that.
Like that they saw the tickets for sale.
They saw tickets for sale. And I just, again, my rage bubbled up. And I was like, this is, like, you guys are taking away your own job. Like you're going to find that this really fucks you over.
Or you're just not going to be successful at your job because you're going to work a wedding as somebody who has edited a styled shoot of photos that somebody else took, and you are going to be misrepresenting what you actually have to offer. So when you show up on a wedding day and you don't know how a timeline works and you don't know how to command a room and you don't know how to get control of the groomsmen who are being really rowdy and to keep people on schedule and to help the bride when her veil falls out. Like you don't know how to do these things. You don't know how to pull people when it's time for sunset photos or how to position mom and dad who are divorced, who don't want to stand next to each other during family photos, or you don't know how to position people for speeches or ask them to stand in a specific spot so that you can get the photos that, the bride and groom or the groom and bride will cherish for years and years. Yep. You're setting not just yourself up for failure, you're setting your couple up for a really shitty experience. And so I say that especially about styled shoots. Like if you're only shooting styled shoots and that's the work that you're putting out to sell to potential clients without having worked at least 10 of your own weddings or having second shot 20 plus weddings with somebody else who's a really good representation of like how you would want to operate on a wedding day, you're a fucking loser.
You shouldn't be booking your own. It's really
honestly though, you're being a bad business person.
I do think it's irresponsible.
It's irresponsible. Maybe you're not a loser. I'm sorry, but like
that's okay. I get it. My rage is rubbing off on you a little bit.
I just feel like it's just a really bad representation, and then it reflects poorly on people in the industry too, who have like really gone through the fucking trenches to get to where they are.
And here's my thing is, just because some people suffer doesn't mean you have to suffer. However, you should have to work for it. And this is I was going to write this out in a caption yesterday, but I didn't. But I was at a vendor dinner and I just felt such a sense of community, and it got me thinking in my old thing that I always talk about, where like that whole community over competition thing. To me, that vendor dinner was community. That was everybody, photographers, caterers, planners, everybody alike getting together, enjoying each other, talking about the industry, talking about their season. I met a photographer whose work I so much admire, but have never met them in person. And we had such a good chat, and we talked all about like our work and business and stuff. And that is huge. You DMing me, how'd you get this pose? Or, what preset are you using? That's not community.
No.
And so people want the easy way out. A lot of times, not all the time, but people want the easy way out when they get into this business. They want to be booking things right away. They think that they should make $100,000 a year right away. They think they should be getting these big bougie weddings. And I go, like you had said, the only examples of work you have are styled shoots. You don't know how to run an actual wedding day. You should be required to second shoot before.
I agree. And your styled shoot work might be stunning. Like you might be really great at photographing and, composition and editing and even posing couples. Like, I think that's wonderful, and you might be really, really, really good at that.
Yeah.
But that is still not a real representation of what running a wedding day looks like without a model couple who are there to pose and to be posed, who are two real life people who might be awkward and not know what to do with their hands and might feel uncomfortable in front of a camera. Like, do you know how to operate with real people? And this goes back to like AI and all of this associate, styled shoot stuff. Like, if you don't know how to work with real people in real life situations, even asking, this is how I started, asking people to do free photo shoots just so that I could get real people in front of a camera to know how real people interact and to know how to pose real people. Because when you go to a styled shoot, 90% of the time is like, yes, you might be working with like a real couple, but 90% of the time, one of them is going to be somebody who wants to model, who likes to model, who likes to be in front of the camera, who knows their angles. It's not going to be somebody who's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I feel really uncomfortable in front of a camera, because they wouldn't have volunteered to be in a fucking styled shoot or be getting paid to be in a styled shoot. So like, figure it out.
Also, excuse me, you are posing them for maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of other people posing them with new ideas where you're able to shoot from the side. So it's like, you're also getting... It's a layup
on a wedding.
Yeah,
day.
I'm like, it's just you.
Yeah.
Or if you have a great second shooter and you can look at them and be like, hey, do you want to do anything?
Yeah.
Because I am 100% will do that from time to time. So yeah, I just think if all you can show is styled shoots, then all you should be able to book is styled shoots. Like, I want to see some second shooting if I were hiring someone.
Me too.
No, I understand. Hey, especially if you're charging a lower price and this is your first like solo wedding where you weren't second shooting or your first time leading. Okay, I get that. That's why you charge a lower price.
100%.
However, because everyone starts somewhere, but like you can't just raw dog.
No, and it's like
wedding.
the people that we've talked about on the pod who go on TikTok who are like, hey, I'm looking for a newer photographer who maybe you're super good at your job, but like you're newer. And then, 6 months to a year later, they're back on TikTok complaining about the gallery, complaining about their experience, complaining about the day and the photographer. And it's like, you asked for this. You asked to work with somebody who is very new, who doesn't maybe have as much experience. And what you're asking for is somebody who has beautiful, stunning work at a styled shoot, but shows up to a wedding day and doesn't know how to operate on an actual wedding day, which is a really important fucking day.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Agreed. It's funny. I just saw a video of a girl complaining about her wedding photos. And I will give this situation, I had to laugh though, because I was watching it and I was like, she was saying like, I've loved all the work I saw from this photographer, la 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 la, but I really didn't like our photos. And my knee-jerk reaction as a photographer sometimes is like, maybe you just don't like how you look.
100%.
And I get that, by the way. As someone who is getting married and had to hire a photographer, knowing that I take stunning images all the time, do you know how scared I am to have my own photo taken? Knowing that I don't like my photo taken normally, day to day. So it's like, I'm coming at you not from a place of judgment, but from a place of understanding that
For sure.
when you see yourself in photographs, sometimes it's hard to see the beauty in it, whereas other people will look at your photographs, there's beauty in it. And that's that grass is greener situation. However, she then posted a follow-up, which the algorithm is so impressive that it made sure it got to me. And she posted some of the photos and I was like, oh,
Okay.
and this wasn't about like them. They weren't head-on photos or anything like that. But it was, I looked at it and I went, this had to have been a newer photographer. The poses they were being put into, the composition of the photo, how they were edited, it looked diabolical.
Really?
It was it was really, really bad.
Did you save this video?
I might have.
Just scratch my boob right on camera. Sorry, guys.
We're not used to being back on camera.
I'm really not.
So it's just, I think photographers are setting clients up for failure. I think sometimes clients are setting photographers up for failure. There's a certain
setting
expectation.
themselves up for failure at the end of the day. If that's the route that you're going, you're
Mm-hmm.
setting yourself up to have an experience that is lackluster and not professional. So know that going into it.
I just think I wish we lived in a world where couples were so focused on like, I want to have the best day. I want my friends and family to have the best
Experience.
day. Yes, I want to have an amazing experience. Let me hire a solid photographer who I know will document that experience, as it happens or as it was, and both parties would be so much happier. But
I agree.
there is an expectation of, well, these photos need to look exactly like this. But then there's an expectation from the photographers like, well, you know, I want a better designed wedding, or I want to be booking these weddings that I am not qualified for.
Yeah.
And it's just sometimes crazy wall to wall. And it's a big reason that I've kind of gotten to the point where if you don't have a planner, like a planner, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Only because the planner has vetted the vendors, including me. They have set expectations with a couple, and they've gone through like, okay, tell me what you want in photo. And they're talking them through like, okay, well, what you said was dark and moody. However, what you're showing me is not dark and moody. They're having those conversations so that they can get them to the right person for each vendor category. And that doing that work ahead of time is going to save us all from drinking problems, I personally think. But anyways, I feel like that's all we have. I know that wasn't a ton about, you know, weddings. I do think about that sometimes. I don't
think people care.
I was like, we don't talk that much about weddings, but weddings are not who we are. It is what we do. But there's so much more to us. Anyways, thank you guys so much for sharing this. It's technically Friday today. I'm going to put this
One thing that
out.
I want to say is thank you to everybody who tagged us in your Spotify Wrapped. It was very, very nice to see that there are real people listening to us.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I say that because somebody literally just messaged us on our podcast page, and we are their #1 top channel. So shout out to you, Denise. We love you.
Just so everybody knows, we are trying to, and I know I posted this, but like
we're easing our way back into socials.
Yeah, easing our way back in. We'll get there. The video, I've gotten a pretty good flow with piecing the videos together and getting those out, and we'll get clips and all that good stuff. But, you know, new year, new cocktail hour.
There's another one, #2 on their Spotify Wrapped.
When I saw someone had listened to like over 2,000 minutes, I was like,
oh my gosh.
we even posted 2,000 minutes.
Low key, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. What have I said on this podcast? I talk about my shit.
Yeah, I do. I had a consultation with a couple, and they were like, oh my gosh, your background. I was like, oh, you have a podcast. And I was like, oh.
Shouldn't have said that.
I was like,
Don't listen to it.
I said, don't listen to it, though. Maybe
until after you bug me.
Yeah, maybe don't listen. And they thought that was hilarious. I was like, I yap a lot. And they were really cool about it. Super cool couple. So that made me feel better.
Love it.
Anyways, guys, thanks for joining this cocktail hour. Don't forget to review, subscribe the pod wherever you listen.
And follow us on Instagram at cocktailhour.podcast. We will be posting again now that we're able to kind of get our footing back and be back in the swing of things. But we will see you guys next week.
Bye.